Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the FIFA Flow podcast. Welcome to season 3, episode 1 of the podcast, guys. Yes, guys, today is a new season for the FIFA Flow podcast, and today we have Nations League, we have World Cup qualifiers, and we have an insane Argentina game, insane performance by the one and only GOAT Lionel Messi, guys. We also got we're gonna scroll through Twitter, look at some football news, some transfer news, and just football news in general, like what's going on in the football world, giving our opinion and thoughts. That's what the podcast is about. Yeah, guys, let's get right into it, guys. Let's start it off. Actually, before we do start it off, I want to thank you guys for 19 subscribers. We are so close to 20 subscribers. So check if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button. It would be a huge support. I mean, overall, thank you so much for the support. It's really fun making these podcasts, guys. So thank you so much for the support. Yeah, as I said, 20 subscribers by the end of 2022. And maybe I'll do something. I'm not sure what I'll do quite yet, but I'll figure something out. So yeah, thanks for that. Hit that bell as well. If you are subscribed, hit that bell because we have quite a few more podcasts coming. I don't know how long season 3 will be because of the length of the Nations League. Because season 3 will probably just be the Nations League, just like any like friendly games, like the Argentina game, the Wales game. Man, if it was like if the World Cup was in summer, today would probably be the first episode of the World Cup for the podcast, but it isn't, unfortunately. They delayed it back into like all the way until November or December, so that unfortunately that does quite suck. Um, but yeah, guys, we're here to talk about Nations League. It's the national time. It's the time of the year where national games are running, and actually some national games are pretty good. Nations League looking pretty nice as well. Some of the groups are really nice. We're going to talk about those games that were played. The first two games for some of the groups should be played already. So we're going to be talking about those games as well as football news. So let's get right into it, guys. Let's start off with the Wales versus Ukraine. So yeah, what a game this was. As you guys can tell, Ukraine put all their effort into it, especially with the unfortunate stuff going on in their country. Despite the stuff going on in the world, the war going on in their country, they're still killing it in the football world with the 68, almost 70% possession, 9 shots on target from 22 shots. So that's pretty impressive. They got quite a team. Yarmolenko, of course, who scored an own goal. Unfortunately, he plays for West Ham. They got Lunin, Real Madrid goalkeeper. Of course, they have not the icon. Shevchenko. Isn't that the icon? Who's the Man City left back? Is that how you say his name? I always get confused. Is that Shevchenko? I know there's also the icon, the legend, the Ukraine legend icon. Um, Shevchenko. Is it Shevchenko? Yeah. See, this is the Man City Ukraine. Zinchenko. Okay, I always get confused. I always get, yeah. I know it's like it sounds so similar. So yeah, they have quite a few good players. Zinchenko also pretty good for Man City. I know they got both João Cancelo. They also got um Kyle Walker. But I mean, for his age, he's pretty good. I mean, he played in quite a bit of Champions League and did pretty good as well. So for his age, Zinchenko is also pretty good. And then same with Wales. Wales, of course, have legends like Giggs and Ian Rush. So they have legends as well as just players in general. I think they got Ramsey. They got, of course, the one and only Gareth Bale. Is it Ramsey? I think it's Ramsey. Yes, Daniel James, the youngster in the Premier League. Yeah, Ramsey over here. And those are the three I know over there. So yeah, both teams have pretty good. Oh damn, Zinchenko playing up here. Holy, what the heck? Maybe that's what Pep needs to do, guys. Learn this. The team needs to. Pep Guardiola needs to learn from Ukraine and play Zinchenko at cam. Yeah, yeah. But anyways, guys, yeah, pretty good game, of course. Now it does say own goal here, but actually it wasn't an own goal. It was actually a pretty nice free kick by Gareth Bale, which actually rebounded off Yarmolenko, which made the difference. And yeah, guys, Wales with the win here make them go on to the World Cup for after 60 years, guys. Wales have made it to the World Cup, so really, really beautiful achievement for Wales. Really, like congratulations to Wales, especially to Gareth Bale himself. Gets to go to the World Cup for his first time. But unfortunately, it's also in a tough group, I'd say, with both England, America, and of course Iran as well, guys. So yeah, that's gonna be a tough group for Wales. I think that's gonna be pretty good for Iran to get at least a free 6 points. Hopefully, I feel like for us, it's a free 6 points. I don't know how Wales really plays. I've never really watched them. I know some of their players, of course, but I don't really like watch them, of course. Um, but I'm hoping it's a free 6 points for Iran. They also have England, so I think Wales versus England might be pretty good. Of course, they've played each other before in European competitions, as they're both in UK as well, the United Kingdom. So I think Wales and England, they should have similar play style. I assume they should have similar play style. So that's going to be interesting as well. And then Wales versus England, or Wales versus America. I mean, that I'm not really sure about, because I'm not really I don't really watch America as well. I know they have players like McKenzie from um Juventus, the midfielder. They got Serginho Dest. They got Christian Pulisic. So they have quite a good amount of really top talented European players as well who play in Europe. So yeah, Americans playing in Europe is pretty nice. It of course shows the world that, oh, we're like on top levels. There's players in America who are top level as well. Um, but on terms of like how America plays as a team, I'm not really sure. So Wales versus America, I'm not too confident like to say anything like who's gonna win there. But overall, yeah, congrats to Wales for making it. Just unfortunate that it is in a tough group, of course, with America, Iran, and England, of course. But yeah, that was one game over there. Now the one and only Argentina versus Estonia. Now, yes, guys, Messi scoring 5 goals against Estonia. Now, yes, guys, it was Estonia. So, I. But overall, it was Estonia. That's all the Ronaldo fans can say. Oh, but it was Estonia. So you can't like still. But it's 5 goals. That's still insane amount of goals to get. 5 goals is just crazy. So you got to give it that. You got to give it that. Is that it's still 5 goals. I saw on TikTok earlier where this guy posted like someone who said on Twitter that like friendly in if you go into FIFA, like onto the FIFA corporation, like FIFA, not FIFA 22, like if you go to FIFA, like the FIFA website here, apparently the Argentina Estonia game was not on the FIFA calendar, therefore it wasn't a real match, so Messi's goal didn't count. Messi's goals technically don't count because it wasn't a FIFA um FIFA like organized game. It was just a friendly by these two countries. So people are saying like, all right, like all the Ronaldo fans are saying, oh, his goals don't count. It wasn't the actual real organized FIFA game. So it's fake goals. So I mean, the Ronaldo fans, of course, at the end of the day, Ronaldo fans and Messi fans are always gonna find a way to hate each other. But also sometimes there's also going to be where they're going to be, of course, appreciating each other. I think most fans out there should be appreciating it's a blessed to be watching these two, to be living in an era, to be watching the goats of football, of course, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course, personally, I'm going to be choosing Lionel Messi as my favorite player of all time, because I think Messi is more of a like a overall well-rounded like player. He's kind of more versatile, where he can play on the right wing when he was younger, of course, and faster. He can play on the right wing. And nowadays he plays more in a central position, where he kind of creates those chances, drops into the midfield, and makes those dribbles in between in the middle area. And I think in the middle area of the pitch is where most of the stuff happens. Most of the dribbling, the chance creation. I think that's where most of the stuff happened there. So I think like for Messi, in his past when he was faster, of course, on that right wing was where he belonged. But nowadays, when he's older now, I think playing in that cam position to create chances, drop into the midfield, create like chances that pass to his wingers, pass to like Mbappe at striker is really good for him. So he can kind of make these dribbles, make assists, creating goal scoring opportunities. That's why I'm saying he's more well rounded. He can play as a cam, he can play as a right winger, making runs in behind as a right winger. So that's why I like Messi more. Like overall, he's more well rounded. Whereas Ronaldo, I'm not saying Ronaldo is not well rounded. Ronaldo also a great footballer. Of course, back in his day, he played on the left wing, made insane dribbles. But I feel like Ronaldo is more of that. Like he's more of like a striker position. Like he's more of a striker position where he makes dribbles. He bangs powerful shots. And of course he does make assists. Of course he does. Of course he makes beautiful assists. Sometimes crosses it in, makes a dribble, and then passes it on for a clear shot to his teammate. But I still think that although Ronaldo does make assists, I think Messi is more of that kind of cam type player. I know Ronaldo is also a main striker type player where um he makes dribbles, he makes assists still, but I think Messi overall has, of course, if you look at the stats, and I don't want to be the guy who says, oh, the stats prove Messi is better. But if you look at the stats, Messi is has more assists than Ronaldo. That therefore, like I'm saying, like Messi is more of that overall well-rounded, like someone who provides like a ball to create chances, who can also make runs, who can make dribbles. That's what I'm saying. Like Messi is overall a well-rounded central and right wing player, whereas Ronaldo, of course, he's the best of all time, of course. But Ronaldo is the one who actually scores those goals. So Messi would be assisting to Ronaldo, and Ronaldo would actually get it in. That's what I'm saying. Is Messi? It's like if it was a partnership, Messi would be the person assisting to Ronaldo, and Ronaldo would be banging it in. That's what I'm trying to say here. But yeah, of course, this game it may not be a FIFA. I'm not 100% sure if that was true, but if it was true, it may not be a FIFA organized game, but it's still impressive for 5 goals against Estonia, or just 5 goals in general. Bro, this guy got 5 goals in one match, the same amount of goals that he did in one League One season. Man, that's just sad to hear from Lionel Messi as well. That's just sad. But yeah, guys, let's go on to the Nations League games, guys. Off to a good start here. So I think yeah, we got League A, League B here as well. So yeah, we're focused on League A here, mainly these these top 3 teams here, or these top 3 groups here, or top 4 groups actually. Yeah, we're focused on the top 4 groups. So let's start it off with Group 4, guys. And I think the only games we had so far was Poland and Wales, and by the looks of it, it looks like Poland did beat Wales. So I did not watch this game. We also had Netherlands versus Belgium, guys. 4-1, I believe, for Netherlands against Belgium. So crazy game for Netherlands, of course. And seeing that this happened, I'm kind of happy for us because I'm both I have a Persian background as well as I'm born in Canada, so I'm supporting both teams in the World Cup. Um, but yeah, it gives us hope that Canada and Belgium are in the same group, and looking that Belgium have been beaten 4-1 against Netherlands is definitely a huge W, and it gives us hope that maybe now Canada can beat Belgium now as well. So I know Canada is definitely not on the levels of Netherlands. Unfortunately, I have to say that. So we're like maybe I know we are not Netherlands, so maybe we're not gonna have the capability of beating 4-1, but it still gives us hope. It still gives us hope. I gotta give it that. But yeah, crazy game, Belgium versus Netherlands. Of course we got Steven Bergwijn, the one and only. Honestly, he used to be really good for Spurs, and he still does play for Spurs. But I think Heung-min Son has really taken over his position in the starting lineup. And then we got Memphis Depay, the Barcelona man, scoring 2 goals as well. And then, of course, Denzel Dumfries, right back for Inter Milan, scoring another goal as well. And then we got Bastichoy. I'd probably butchered that name terribly. But I believe he plays in the Belgium League, the Belgium Pro League. So he's probably he went to score in the last minute. So he did actually score in the last minute. So if he did not score that, it actually would have been 4-0, which would 4-0, which would have been crazier. So that's kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, overall here, yeah, I think both teams, I think it's just unlucky for for Belgium. I think, yeah, for Kevin De Bruyne, I don't think he's really that player who plays at like a cam position. Same with Lukaku. If I had to choose, like if I had to like kind of reorganize this team, I'd probably play it with Denayer um, at center back, um, Vertonghen and Boyata, all three at center back, Witzel and Kevin De Bruyne, Kevin De Bruyne, and Munir all in the center mid, with Witzel being kind of the defensive midfielder. Um, and then at attack, I'd probably have, yeah, Eden Hazard, Lukaku at striker instead, and then probably at right wing. Who's that? Belgium youngster from Chelsea. Belgium Chelsea players. This guy. I know that Chelsea do have a youngster. I don't know if he's really young. Like I'm gonna be. I know him from FIFA 22. So we go on the footbin here. I need to take a look real quick. I know they have a youngster, so I wanted to see. I think he starts with the M. Musonda. Yeah, this guy right here. So maybe he can be starting at right wing. Lukaku at striker. Eden Hazard on the left wing. And then, as I said, yeah, Witzel, Kevin De Bruyne, and Munir all in the midfield, with Witzel being that defensive midfielder. You got Denayer and Vertonghen at center back, with and then get a left back and a right back. I don't really know who their left back, right back are. Maybe play Boyata. Maybe play this guy at like right back. And then get a left back, play a different left back. Oh yeah, they got Carrasco as well, who did get subbed on. Tielemans, yes, Tielemans as well. So yeah, I forgot about those two, especially about Carrasco. I know Carrasco plays for Atletico Madrid, who's actually had a pretty good season as well. But yeah, I think that's how I played instead, with Kevin De Bruyne in the midfield. I don't really think he's that number 9 type player. So I think Lukaku is the one who can play at striker. And Kevin De Bruyne is mainly that guy who kind of makes the through ball into Lukaku. Kevin De Bruyne is more of the guy who kind of makes the assist and take long shot rather than making a run in behind. I think that's kind of De Bruyne's, KDB's tactic, or like play style instead, not really a striker. And then yeah, for Netherlands as well, pretty good lineup here. Depay, Bergwijn up top, Dumfries. So they did play a 3-back. Of course, Ake, Virgil van Dijk, of course, the big man himself, and Timber. In the midfield, you got Klaassen, plays for Ajax, I believe. Blind, who also plays for Ajax. Frankie de Jong, and then this guy, I have no clue. So yeah, I think they have a pretty good lineup as well. And as you guys can see here, yeah, the thing with Netherlands here is, I guess they're playing like these players are all playing in the position that they usually play in, the play style that they play in. Dumfries kind of playing that. He plays at right back, but I guess he's kind of like a right wing back, kind of going up and down on the right side. Same with Blind. I think Blind is a midfielder, but I guess he wanted to test out on the left mid. And then yeah, Depay, Bergwijn. I'm surprised Bergwijn is actually on the right side, because I know he's a left wing, so I thought he was right-footed, so play on the left side. But yeah, I guess he played on the right side instead. So yeah, overall, yeah, crazy game. Putting Netherlands up 3 points in their table as well. So I believe Netherlands and Poland are up in their group, for Group 4 League A, and then yeah, Wales and Belgium down as well. But I think the next game should be Belgium versus Wales and Poland versus Netherlands. So that's going to be a nice pairing there. Yeah, this group is pretty nice as well. We go to Group 3, guys. Hungary versus England. Let's talk about that. England, guys, or Hungary, guys, has finally beaten England, I think, after what is it, like, I think after 30 years, or after quite a long time, Hungary has finally beaten England. So crazy. Congrats to Hungary, of course. Of course, the iconic legend, the one and only Madrid legend himself, Puskás, is from Hungary as well. And I think I should know some of this guy. I think this guy here is from the Bundesliga, as well as Gulaski, who plays for RB Leipzig, if I'm not mistaken. I think those are the only two I know from there, and of course, England. I did say England was in my top 5 for winning the World Cup, guys. But after this performance, I'm not really sure what to think about it anymore. And the reason I put England in my top 5 for winning the World Cup is I think that they have the players to do so. They have youngsters, they have experienced players. Harry Kane up top. You got Sancho and maybe you play Harry Kane up top, Sancho on the right wing, or maybe Sancho on the left wing, and Trent Alexander-Arnold at right wing instead. In the midfield, you put Foden, Cam. You play Jude Bellingham and Rice in the midfield. You got Foden and Jude in the midfield with Rice as your central defensive midfielder. And in your back line, you play Luke Shaw left back. You play Kyle Walker right back. In the midfield, or in the middle for your two center backs, you play who would you play, like Aaron Wan-Bissaka, let's say, or you play John Stones, and I think John Stones and probably Kieran Trippier as your center backs, and then you have Pickford or who's the or Aaron Ramsdale as your keeper. I think that's a better formation. Of course, they have subs, so that's what I'm thinking they could have played. Or like, of course, I'm naming players like that. That's a nice team when you think of it. That's a nice team that they can use or for the World Cup. That's just a nice team overall. They have Mounts, they have Reece James, Jack Grealish, of course, Calvin Phillips, Raheem Sterling. They have all of this. Bukayo Saka. They're gonna have all Tammy Abraham. Of course, they're gonna have all of them as substitutes as well. So I think they have really good substitutes, a good starting 11. It's just that they need to kind of work well together as a team, and kind of I guess, yeah, I don't really know what to say. I mean, looking at this, even in the substitutes, Phil Foden wasn't even in the subs. So I feel like they have a lot of talent. It's just not being utilized really well, is what I'm trying to say here. Jude Bellingham, Trent, Declan Rice, of course, Saka, Sterling, Sancho. So as I said, they have a lot of talent. It's just not being utilized in a correct form, of course. So yeah, Hungary, congrats to them beating England after like 30 years it was. Um, Germany versus Italy. That's also a really good game. I did not watch this. Yeah, it was 1-1 that I did see, but yeah, I did not get a chance to watch this. So I don't know if we'll talk about it. I guess I would watch the highlights, but I think I'll get like it's gonna tell me to cut it out. So there's really no point. But statistic wise, looks like Germany did have most of the possession. And I think Germany did kind of dominate, or maybe I guess they held the ball more to create, like they just kept on passing until they found that chance to score. 12 shots and 11 shots. It looks like Germany did. It looks like Germany did have a better shooting percentage on net, of course. But overall, not really an exciting game, I would say, because of course, it was a draw of two world-class top teams, Italy and Germany, just not with the exciting outcome, unfortunately. So that is that over there. We go to League A Group 2, guys, where we do have Portugal versus Spain, which actually ended 1-1. So crazy game over there. Alvaro Brick Morata scoring, and then Ricardo Horta scoring near the end of the game to secure that 1 point for Portugal. So yeah, good for Portugal there. And then of course the last game, which is I believe yesterday or 2 days ago, which is the main game I wanted to talk about. Portugal versus Switzerland, guys. 4-0 I think it was 4-0. Was it 4-0 for Portugal? And yeah, of course, Ronaldo scoring two insane goals. William Carvalho, I believe he plays in the Premier League, also scored one goal in the early on in the game to give Portugal more of that winning mentality to stay composed. And then João Cancelo also scoring a goal. Of course, his goals are also beautiful. I didn't see that goal by João Cancelo, but I know that he takes a lot of free kicks. It might have been off of a corner as well, but yeah, that Portugal did win here. And yeah, I think Portugal this year have a really, really good team. In general, they have a good team. Um, Rui Patricio, Pepe, Pereira. I mean, like if you think of it, they do have a really strong team. You play Rui Patricio, Pepe, and Ruben Dias at center back, Jacques Cancelo right back, Nuno Mendes at left back. You got Bruno Fernandes, um, what's his name? Bernardo Silva, and uh, who else would he play? Bernardo Silva and I play even uh, maybe like yeah, I think Ruben Neves is pretty good. So Bernardo, Ruben Neves, and Bernardo Fernandes, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, and Ruben Neves at in the midfield, and then I think at left wing you play Rafael Leao. At right wing you play Jota, and then at striker you play Ronaldo. So I think they have a pretty good team, of course, a strong team, and even the substitute Palinha. They got I have no clue who this guy is, and even Nunes, I have no clue who he is. I think I've heard of Moutinho, Andre Silva, so he's pretty good. Diego Dalot, right back for Manchester United. So they do have a pretty good subs as well, especially from the Liga NOS. I think from the Liga NOS in the Portuguese league, there's a lot of good players from there who actually like people need to talk about more. Even Otavio, bro, I have no clue what team does Otavio play for, because like if you guys look on if you look on FIFA 22, when I do play FIFA 22, Otavio, I don't know if this is a glitch or because of his real life, like he plays for, but like if you guys look here, his base card in FIFA 22 is Brazilian, and then his team of the week for his good performance, if a player performs well, they get a team of the week, are both Portuguese, and then his team of the season for having a great season in the Liga NOS for Porto, winning the league as well, is another Brazilian card. So I'm not sure like what team does Otavio play for. It does say Portuguese and Porto here. It does say Portugal here, but I'm like, bro, I don't know. Does he play for Brazil or Portugal? National. So he played for Brazil in 2014, 2015. He played for Brazil U20. But that was 14-15. It's 2021, and FIFA are still messing up. So like, yeah, I just wanted to get that clear over there. I wasn't really sure. Like, does he play for Portugal? Does he play for Brazil? But by the looks of it, it looks like he plays for Portugal. But yeah, once again, insane game. Cristiano Ronaldo scoring 2 goals. And this is actually the same day that Ronaldo or Messi also scored the 5 goals against Estonia. So yeah, that was just the GOAT day. GOATs doing GOAT things. 5 goals and 2 goals from Ronaldo and Messi. So yeah, great game there. And then let's go up to the most recent one. Yeah, so we go over here, Croatia versus Denmark, or Croatia versus Austria, which was actually ended up 3. It was 3 over Austria, which was unexpected. Especially from like I expected Croatia to at least get 1 or 2 goals for sure. I think Croatia is a pretty good country, is a really good country, should I say? Making it to the World Cup final in 2018, losing to France in penalties. What a run that was in 2018. So yeah, they're an extremely underrated, spectacular team. Losing to Austria, and Austria is also a good team with David Alaba, David Alaba, and Sabitzer, who plays for Bayern Munich. So yeah, I was expecting Croatia to at least score 1 or 2 goals in against Austria in that game. France versus Denmark, man, that game was insane. France versus Denmark. You should, if you guys haven't seen Karim the Dream's goal, man, that goal from Karim Benzema was insane. Of course, I think Karim had 2 goals actually. One was offside, unfortunately, but I think it was Tchouameni, Karim Benzema making that run on the right wing. Tchouameni making that pass to him, and then he plays a 1-2, a beautiful 1-2 with Christopher Nkunku, who actually does a back heel. So Benzema passes it to Nkunku with a back heel. Benzema does a kind of like a shift to the left of the player, a fake shot again, or not really a fake shot. I guess he kind of does like a fake. Like he kind of moves his leg to move the ball over to the left side and then shoots it on the bottom left corner. So really good dribbling in the box to mess up two or three players, and the goalkeeper as well. So what a dribble and what a play with Nkunku making that 1-2 assist. That give and go play from Christopher Nkunku and Karim Benzema, and then Benzema finishing with a beautiful dribble to mess up three opponents and scoring it into the goal, making it 1-0 for France. And then, guys, the Denmark sub gets on. This guy here, I have no clue who he is, but he scores 2 goals. And honestly, those goals were pretty nice as well. I think he definitely gave it his all. He was very physical in that, especially in that second goal. I'm surprised he got that second goal. He held his form, very physical, making that run against, I believe it was Saliba, plays for Marseille. Does he play for Marseille? I think he plays for Marseille or Lyon, one of the two or something. I think he plays for Marseille. Saliba. Anyways, yeah, he's Saliba. He's a French center back in the Ligue 1. I believe it's Saliba. But yeah, guys, this guy here, his second goal was really impressive. Like he's very physical. He had the pace. He held the French defender back. And yes, guys, he scored close near post against Hugo Lloris. So unfortunate for Hugo Lloris, who actually was watching that near post, but just couldn't get a block on it. And yeah, he scored 2 goals, getting subbed on, making Denmark win 2-1 against France. So crazy game. That was just crazy for me. Of course, France, of course, being the top teams, of course, winning the last World Cup. I think they're going to be a top 3 favorite to win this next World Cup. But you gotta give it. You gotta give it to Denmark as well. Denmark is a pretty good team. They had a really good run last summer in the Euros, making it to the semifinals against England. Overall, they have pretty good players as well. Christian Eriksen. They got Christensen, the center back for Chelsea. They got Schmeichel as well, Kasper Schmeichel, Peter Schmeichel's son, actually, who both of them do play as keeper as well. Of course, they got Goldthwait himself. Yeah, Mail. How do you say this guy's name? He's a right wing back in the Serie A. Thomas Delaney, who plays for Sevilla. He's pretty good. I forgot about him. Daniel Wass, right mid for forgot the name of that team. But yeah, Odegaard. I forgot about Odegaard, the goat, for Odegaard for, actually no, never mind. He's Norwegian. Sorry about he's from Norway, so sorry about that. But Kajar, they also got Kajar, who plays for AC Milan. So yeah, they do have a pretty good team as well. And then yeah, Ericsson as well. And I think the thing about Denmark is they're very they're very connected. They have a really good relationship in the country, or in the team. Of course, the players know each other really well, and I think that's what makes it even better. They play well together as a team, and it worked out. Denmark did beat France, a top team as well. France is a top team, so good that they beat them. And then yeah, we had the second games, Denmark versus Austria, and yeah, looks like Denmark did win. I did not watch this game, but today, guys, we had France versus Croatia, and that was a very nice game. Croatia bringing them back with a penalty, and near the end of the game, Rabiot scoring near post with his left foot, making a pretty nice run in behind. He was playing left mid. I think it was in a 4-2-3-1. Yeah, it looks like it was a 4-2-3-1. Diaby, Nkunku, Ben Yedder, and Rabiot at the left back. Griezmann getting subbed on for Ben Yedder later into the game. I'm not sure who got subbed on for Diaby and Tchouaméni. Kamara and Jonathan Klaus for Diaby. Kamara for Tchouaméni, looks like. And so yeah, looks like, yeah, Rabiot's goal pretty nice. And then I actually did miss the unfortunately I missed the penalty. I actually saw I was doing some homework in the middle of the class. It was in my drafting class near the end of the day, and I had the game on the side. And then I'm doing my homework for 10 minutes or 5 minutes. I'm just doing my homework, and then I take another a peek at it, and I'm saying 1-1. Holy, what went on? And it looked like it was a penalty by Andre Kramaric. I mean, he's a striker in the Bundesliga. I know he's from the Bundesliga. So I forgot the team, but is it Leipzig? I don't think it's Leipzig. No, it's in the Bundesliga though. Okay, yeah, this team, PSG Hoffenheim, of course. Um, but yeah, good goal there. I guess. And a pretty. What am I trying to say here? Like a good comeback for Croatia to at least get one goal. In the tournament, they at least got one goal. And actually got 1 point as well. So surprising that France are actually tied with Croatia at the bottom of their table. So I didn't really expect that from France. I expected my predictions for this group was France on top, Croatia second, Denmark third, and Austria fourth. But I mean, it's completely the other way around. Denmark first, Austria second, France third, and Croatia fourth. But I mean, it's only been 2 games. There's still 4 games to go. So I think both France and Croatia. I think especially France is gonna make a comeback, and then Croatia. I mean, Croatia is an underrated team. They definitely have the capability with Luka Modric, Karadzic, who, bro, what is his name? Rakitic, of course. Kramaric. Is that his name? Kramaric. Who else do they have? Kovacic, Brozovic, Rebic, of course, right mid in the Serie A. Yeah, goalkeeper here, Livokic. He plays in the Russian league. Or not in the Russian league, in the Croatian league. And yeah, those are the ones I know over there. So yeah, pretty good team. Yeah, they got a center back from the League Un. Or they got a center back, his name is Gvardiola. I know he's also Croatian. So I guess yeah, they definitely have a pretty good team, especially with that run in the World Cup final. I expected more from Croatia. So yeah, France versus Croatia. That's literally I said on my Instagram story. That was literally the World Cup 2018 World Cup final 2.0. If you look over here, yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this game. Despite Croatia did lose to 3-0 to Austria last match, they are really underrated and good country. Their run to the final in 2018 Russia World Cup is crazy, and I hope they do good again this year. Russia 2018 World Cup final rematch. So yeah, I didn't make this picture over here because it was technically a rematch, but just in the UEFA Nations League. But overall, guys, yeah, I expect more from I do expect more from Croatia. They are a really good team. But overall, yeah, Group 1 is definitely not looking the way anybody expected. France and Croatia both at the bottom, with Denmark and Austria both up top. Of course, Denmark, once again, Denmark is definitely a good team. I definitely put France winning this group. I think my prediction was France to win this group, and then either Denmark or Croatia to get second. I said that was a close call because both teams are really talented. They play well as a team. They have really good players. So Denmark and Croatia was also going to be a tough one for second, but from the looks of it, it's looking like it's definitely not like that. But I mean, there's still 4 games left to go, so let's see what happens. Mbappe was injured. Benzema was on the bench on that game against Croatia. So I mean, if they had Benzema and Mbappe, they could have won, but they didn't. So yeah, let's go on to the transfer news, guys. Let's start off with Madrid extra, guys. And actually, yeah, guys, Gabriel Jesus is looking at, yeah, Carlo Ancelotti, a favorite striker option for Real Madrid is Gabriel Jesus. It's looking like Jesus or Real Madrid are now in the race with, I believe, Chelsea, Liverpool, or Chelsea, Spurs, and Arsenal. Yes, over here. Real Madrid are also joined by Arsenal, Spurs, and Chelsea in the bid for Gabriel Jesus. So, and Gabriel Jesus said himself, yeah, Jesus would be delighted to join Real Madrid. it depends on Vinicius' passport. So I'm not really sure what he means by that. Of course, both Brazilian, they're gonna have great links. Imagine Rodrigo. You got Rodrigo. Um, what's his name? We just said Gabriel Jesus and Vinicius up top, the Brazilian attack for Real Madrid. That's just gonna be nice to see there. But yeah, I think that'd be pretty good for I think for Madrid. That's gonna be pretty good as a backup striker for now, and then after Mbappe's contract ends in 2025 with Paris Saint-Germain, I think that is when Mbappe will finally make the move to Real Madrid. He's been saying it for like the past four times now in 12 years. I think four times. Once in 2011 when he was young. I think in 2017 it was when his contract ended with AS Monaco, and then another one in last summer, and then one this summer again. So four times Mbappe rejected Real Madrid and stayed at Paris Saint-Germain. But I think in 2025 is going to be the time when Real Madrid is going to be signing Kylian Mbappe. And the reason I say that is because right now Mbappe knows that Madrid is a good team without him already, winning the Champions League, knocking out Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, Man City, and Liverpool to win the Champions League, the European title, is crazy to think about it. And why join a good team? Why join a team that's already good? I think what I think Mbappe didn't join is because if Mbappe joins now, he's not going to be the star there. Vinicius is already holding the title, I guess, or even Benzema holding that title of being like they carried Madrid last season, Mbappe, and then if Mbappe doesn't do that next season, he's gonna be going down quite a bit. Like what not going down. What I'm trying to say is like Mbappe better be doing better than Benzema and Vinicius is what I'm trying to say. Like something like that is what I'm trying to say here is. Mbappe kind of won't be the main man. It's kind of like a situation that happened with Neymar and Messi back in the day in 2017. Barcelona is where Neymar wanted to leave Barcelona because Messi, he was under Messi's shadows on the news. I think that's the same thing that's gonna happen with Mbappe. Mbappe is not gonna be really the main man for Real Madrid. If he joined this year, it's kind of gonna be Benzema and Vinny. So I think in 2025, after like Jesus, after a backup striker, Jesus is gonna be the backup striker for now. In 2025, I think when Benzema gets a bit older, and then they actually need a full on striker like Mbappe, that's when they're gonna kind of need Kylian Mbappe more than they need him now, because now Madrid right now are doing pretty well, but I think in 2025 they're gonna have older players. Like Benzema's not gonna be playing as much, so they're gonna have Mbappe kind of come into full time replace Karim Benzema. That's what I'm trying to say here. But for now, I think Gabriel Jesus is going to be a pretty good replacement for like a backup striker for Madrid. I think he's going to be doing pretty good. And with the departure of Gareth Bale, I think it was either Rodrigo playing right mid or right wing. So I think I don't think Rodrigo for the full season would have been ideal for Madrid. So I think with Gabriel Jesus going to Real Madrid, I think that's gonna help Madrid kind of make. He's kind of a versatile player where you can play Jesus as striker or at right wing, because I don't think Rodrigo is kind of that full season right wing player. I think so that's why Jesus is kind of a replacement for a right wing and a striker player. So that's pretty good as well. If Real Madrid do go on to sign him, Luka Modric playing my 150th game in the phenomenal feeling. I'm proud. I want to thank the French team that surprised me with a nice gesture. Deschamps gifted me a jersey with the number 150. So yeah, pretty nice there. Croatia playing his 150th game for Croatia, I believe. Everyone at Real Madrid expects Tchouaméni to be completed in the coming days. The signing has been delayed. by a week because Monaco have been asking Real Madrid to pay the tax fee, and Real Madrid now understand this. So yeah, it looks like Chouameni to Madrid. As I said, that midfield for Madrid is going to be set with having Camavinga as your central defensive midfielder, and then you got Chouameni and Valverde as your midfield. So I think that's going to be a really good midfield for the future of Madrid. I know there's still Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, and Casemiro. But I mean, I think it's almost time. I think the next 3 to 5 years is when they're gonna be leaving. So having this new midfield trio is gonna be good. That they won't have to worry about the midfield any longer. This is gonna be the new Kroos, Modric, and Casemiro. But instead, it's gonna be Camavinga replacing Casemiro at central defensive mid, and then Valverde and Tchouameni replacing Kroos and Modric in the midfield. So I think that they're set. They don't have to worry about the midfield any longer. After they get Tchouameni, their main three midfield is gonna be set. Of course they're gonna get more midfielders, but I think the main three for Madrid's future, for the Madrid's next decade, decade and a bit, depending on how long these three players stay in Madrid, that next decade is already set if they stay for another decade. That trio is already set right there. But oh yeah, I think maybe to get another striker as well, because I do think that Valverde, or not a new striker. I get Madrid should get another two more center midfielders, because I do think that Valverde does have the capability not only to play in the midfield but to play on the right wing as well. And the reason I say that is mainly because of that game against Liverpool. Definitely surprised me quite a lot. This guy, like Valverde, man, he never stops running. It's like he has infinite stamina, man. He has infinite energy, infinite stamina. He runs everywhere on the pitch. I see him go on the right side, making that run and passed it to Vinicius to get that goal against Liverpool. I see him go to right back to help Carvajal. I see him go to the left side of the pitch. Like, what the heck am I seeing by Valverde? So I mean, you can, if you play him at striker, if you play in goalkeeper, he's gonna be everywhere on the pitch. So honestly, I don't really know what to say there. But I mean, like you can definitely trust that guy. Sometimes he's not really consistent, but overall, like for the most part, he's everywhere on the pitch, and he's such a good midfielder. He's such a good player in general, as he's everywhere on the pitch, defending, attacking, making dribbles to, like, when in attacking opportunities, he makes those dribbles, makes those chances, that free space. So good from Valverde right there. But like I'm saying, that Valverde does play on the right sometimes, and if he was to play on the right wing, on the right mid, then there would need to be a replacement for him at center mid, of course. But yeah, we go down a bit more. I think that's all over here. Let's go to the next one. Transfer news live. It looks like Koulibaly has told Napoli he wants to leave this summer. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. Let's see. Honestly, where would Koulibaly go? Maybe I can either see Bayern Munich or Barcelona. That's the only two I can see there. That's gonna be interesting. If this guy goes to Bayern Munich are gonna have an insane team, insane like center back pairing of not Konate, of who's the French? They signed him last summer as well. How can I forget his name already? French defender, Bayern Munich. Man, how can I forget his name, man? Not Lucas Hernandez. I need to search it up on Footbin, guys. I'm very sorry. No. But it's okay. But yeah, him and that French center back for Bayern Munich. I just can't think of his name right now. It's not clicking in my head. But those two guys are gonna be really good for Bayern Munich. And then same with Barcelona. If he does good to Barcelona, I know Barcelona, him and Araujo would be really nice. And the thing with Koulibaly is he's gonna be kind of that leader in the back line, that big man. He's kind of gonna be like, I wouldn't say he's comparable to Van Dijk's mentality, but with Van Dijk's performance for sure. With his body type, his stocky body type, his height, his defensive awareness. I think that's where Koulibaly has that strength, that like similarity to Van Dijk. Mentally or like composure as a captain, I don't think so. But I think yeah, definitely physically, play wise, like play style, he's comparable to Van Dijk, and that is gonna be perfect for Barcelona's back line. That I wanted to say that right there. Tchouameni to Real Madrid. Real hope the deal will be done tomorrow. Advanced talks completed today. Tchouameni only wants Real Madrid. An agent around Monaco asking an agreement, not an agent, but an agreement around Monaco's asking price of 80 million euros is close. So yeah, looking like it's gonna be happening anytime soon. Robert Lewandowski, or should I say Robert Lewandowski, uh, no other offers were considered except the one from Barcelona. I've already started speaking. I've already started to speak Spanish. I have a house in Spain. I want to leave Bayern. That is clear. So, yeah, it looks like he wants to leave. He wants to find new opportunities, a new future. And I kind of agree. I think the Bundesliga is a farmer. If you guys, if people out there call the League a farmers league, which they shouldn't be. I watched League 1 like almost every week when the season was on, because of course I'm a Paris Saint-Germain fan. So I did watch the League 1. I didn't just watch PSG. I did watch other teams in the League 1 as well, like Lyon, like Monaco. So like I'm saying, the League 1 is definitely not a farmers league. It's definitely a very physical and pretty good league. I think it's a very like competitive league, should I say? It's for me, the League 1 is definitely getting close to that level. Or they definitely have the the strength, or like they definitely have the capability of getting to the level of La Liga for sure. Um, but the Bundesliga, for those who call the Farmers League the league on the Farmers League, you have to call the Bundesliga the Farmers League squared or something. I don't know. Like it's definitely worse than the Farmers League for sure. It's like I swear the Bundesliga sucks. If one team wins 10 years in a row, it definitely makes them a good team, but it also shows that there's no competition as well. Earlier in the season, I did say that Borussia Dortmund could beat Bayern Munich, could end Bayern Munich's 10-year run of winning the Bundesliga. But I mean, it's always the start of the Bundesliga season where Bayern and Borussia Dortmund both have a race, and then Borussia Dortmund somehow fall down, and Bayern Munich just go up and win the league. So it's like that like every single year, and it just gets so boring. Like that's why it's like such a boring league. So yeah, I think it's good for Lewandowski to leave and kind of get a new experience for Barcelona, and to kind of help Barcelona out, especially with the situation they're going through right now. So yeah, let's go down a bit more. Your Bayern Munich, what do you do? Allow Lewandowski to leave, keep him next season, and as he's under contract. Now it really depends if you're Bayern Munich here. Do you keep him for one more season and then let him leave for free? Do you get his money right now? Or like do you keep him for one more season, and then maybe has the potential to not try it as much, and then let him leave on a free, or do you sell him right now with the statistics he has right now at his top form, and get money off of him? And that is a quite interesting to think about. Is would you sell a top player who is saying he wants to leave the club? And he also has the potential to not even like try to play. He might like threaten, not threaten, but he might say like, "I do not want to play for Bayern this season. I won't be trying as much." Is he gonna be saying that, or like kind of like not doing like a top performance for Bayern Munich because he wants to leave badly? I have no clue. Like it really depends. But I do think that if I was Bayern, he's a top tier player, so that's why it also makes it more difficult. he said himself he wants to leave. So do you give in to the top tier player and give what he wants, or do you don't care don't even care he's a top tier player, keep his performance, uh, keep his top tier mentality, his top tier performance at the club for one more season, and let him leave for free? That's pretty tough, and it really depends who Bayern Munich's replacement is gonna be. So yeah, I don't know. And as you guys can see here, Robert Lewandowski has said himself, "I only want to leave Bayern. Loyalty and respect are more than are more important than work. The best way is to find a solution together. Something has died in me. I want to leave Bayern for more emotions in my life." Yeah, I think I agree. Yeah, and what he means by that is Barcelona, man. The fan base at Barcelona is so emotional that I think he wants to get more emotions over there. But yeah, that's kind of tough. If I was Bayern, I'd probably sell them. I think if the guy wants to leave, let him leave. Give in to the guy. It's like the same thing with Salah and Mane. Like Salah and Mane are such world class players, and Liverpool are not appreciating these two players as much. And they have to appreciate them as at the level they're at right now. You got to give in to them and kind of bless them for being at their team, because those two players, Salah and Mane, have done so much for Liverpool that Liverpool should be giving what they want, giving them what they want, to so for them to give more back to the club. So I think that's the same thing with Lewandowski here. Is he's done so much for Bayern Munich that Bayern Munich should let him go. Should let him go instead for what he's done for the club. He said, "Oh, thank you for your service. We appreciate it now for all the things you did. We'll do what you want." It's kind of what, like, yeah. I think that's what they should do. Kind of sell. They should let him go for everything he's done. It's time for him to make a decision. So yeah, that's gonna be that over there. We got Fabrizio Romano. I did it the wrong way, kinda. Zlatan Ibrahimovic will meet with AC Milan board in the coming days. His recovery will take 7 to 8 months after knee surgery, so Zlatan would be open to accept a salary lower, to be discussed soon. Okay, actually, nice, very very nice from Zlatan, of course. Um, it's very very nice that he said he would take a lower salary because he won't be playing for like the next season. So just very respectful from Zlatan, and I think AC Milan will definitely appreciate what he's gonna be doing, or like appreciate that he's capable to come with the agreement. Um, so I think, yeah, that's gonna be good. I think him at AC Milan has definitely changed a lot for Milan. He's definitely an iconic legend for AC Milan. Leonardo Paredes, I'm gonna stay at Paris Saint-Germain this summer. It's not time to leave the club or to join Boca's Juniors, he told. Okay, I mean, by in the plans for Paris Saint-Germain, I know that PSG did want to sell quite a lot of their Argentines, including Di Maria, Icardi, and Paredes. But Paredes said himself that he does not want to leave, and I 100% agree. I love Paredes as a midfielder. Him, Verratti in the midfield is great. We just need that that third midfielder that we need to sign this summer. It was going to be Tchouaméni, but it looks like Tchouaméni is going to be going to Madrid instead. So hopefully we can find a third, like center mid. Hopefully find that key center mid, in the midfield. Verratti and Paredes, I really love those two this season. Just overall, they're such a good midfielder. We just need that one midfielder who's gonna create chances. We need that Luka Modric, that type player, someone who's gonna play for the badge. That Christopher Nkunku type player as well. We need like that type of player in the team in the midfield. That's all we're missing. So yeah. Inter have a new direct contacts with Paulo Dybala's agent this week. Talks ongoing, still waiting for full agreement with the Argentine striker. Okay, so that's gonna be quite interesting. Of course, Dybala is staying in the Serie A though, man, this guy needs to go to a bigger club. Either Barcelona. I know Barcelona do have Robert Lewandowski, but I think like maybe go to the Premier League, man. Go to the Premier League. I swear, he needs to get out of the Serie A. He's been there for too long, and with his with his skill, with his potential, like he needs to get out of the Serie A and go to a bigger league. I'm not saying Premier League is a top league. I'm just saying like it's definitely like he's spent so much time in Italy that he needs to go to a new league. But that there. I think that's really all I wanted to talk about there. I think we might talk maybe later in the week, maybe on Friday. We might have another episode. I think that I think on Friday, like if we go to FODMOB, I think that we might end it there. I think on Friday. So tomorrow we have England, Germany, Italy, Hungary, which are those two games are going to be really nice. Belgium, Poland. I'll also watch that. That's going to be nice. I'll enjoy that. Over here, we also are gonna be having Denmark, Croatia, which I'll really like as well. And that's also on Friday. So yeah, I think the next episode will probably be on Friday, guys. And we'll also talk about more PSG news instead of just other news. I want to talk about Paris Saint-Germain. We'll also talk about other news, but I want to mainly talk about Paris Saint-Germain news on Friday. We're gonna be talking about more Nations League games, guys. And yeah, one game I did want to talk about was actually, I forgot, Sweden versus Norway, which we also had that as well, which is a really good game. Alanga, the left winger for Manchester United, the guy who's had a pretty good season for himself. He had a really good season for United. And then Erling Haaland, of course, the big man, the new Manchester, both the Manchester people did score today, of course. Of course, if you guys didn't know, Erling Haaland has joined the city. Actually, it was a few weeks ago, like a month ago, he joined Manchester City. So yeah, both Manchester dudes have scored in this game. But yeah, Norway have scored 2 goals. And actually, the reason I wanted to watch this game or like talk about this game is because both teams do have, I think, like Holland and Zlatan definitely have that, like they're such a striker type player. They're such like, I feel like they're both kind of similar type players that like it would kind of be a cool game to watch, like both of them versus each other. But yeah, I think that's gonna be all. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. As I said, 20 subscribers by the end of 2022, and I'll probably do something, maybe like a giveaway or like some, I'm not really sure quite yet. But yeah, guys, I think next episode will probably be on Friday. I think, yeah, I'll let you guys know. I think, yeah, we're gonna do it on Friday. Talk about Paris Saint-Germain news. Talk about the Nations League games, the upcoming games till the games from now on until Friday, as well as any Paris Saint-Germain news and just football news all on Friday. Mainly PSG news though. So I'm gonna talk about all of that on Friday. But for now, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay happy, stay positive, and for now, I'll see you later. Stay flow and peace.